Hello, edition of 1975 Strat Baseball Replay. I'm your host of the Sports Time Machine as I bring you another exciting night of baseball action here on the channel. Give me one moment. I'm just getting locked in myself just to make sure we're going to be able to hear one another tonight as one, be able to have kind of a good understanding of what's going on here. Let's see, make sure we're sounding okay. For those who come in, please let me know how I'm sounding and how the audio is. Let's go ahead and get started. No fanfare tonight. As you know, we're doing the 1975 Major League Baseball replay. Tonight, I decided to go to Three River Stadium. My apologies, Mr. Beatles, internally for not. I know you're online right now, but I was gaming. So the game between the Mets and the Buccos. So let's go lineups. The Mets come in at 0-2, while the Pirates come in at 1-0. For the New York Mets tonight, Gene Klein's lead off in left, followed by Felix Millan at second. John Milner will bat third at first. Joe Torre bats fourth at third. Dave bats fifth in right field. Jerry Grody bats sixth behind the plate. Dell Unser in center, Bud Harrelson at short, and Jerry Koosman is your pitcher. For the home Pirates, Rennie Stennett leads off at second, followed by Oliver in center, Willie Stargell at first, Richie Zisk in left, the young Dave Parker in right, Manny Sanguillen behind the plate, Frank Tavares at short, and on the mound, Jerry Royce. The umpires are Bob A. First, Dutch Renner. The Buccos take the field. Zisk, Oliver, and Parker. Not a great outfield. The arms, Parker is at a -2, so he's definitely above average, while Zisk and Oliver are below to average. Tavares, Stennett, and Stargell. The corners are not good. They're below average, while Tavares and Stennett are about average. Manny Sanguillen is above average catcher with a good arm. And on the mound, Jerry Royce, his first start of the year. He's a left-hander. And he'll be pitching to the Met lineup of Kleins, Millan, and Milner. Let's get going and play ball here in Pittsburgh. Three River Stadium. Gene Kleins will lead off. Kleins is 3 for 8 on the young season with the doubles. Wait for the sign from Sanguillen. Here's a pitch for Klein. And that's going to be a line drive in the gap. It's a stand-up double for Gene Kleins. So Gene Kleins leads off with a double. Again, folks, want to welcome everyone in. Please let me know if you're hearing everything okay and the audio sounds good for you guys. So here is Felix Millan. The young had 8 at-bats this year with no hits. He's looking for that first hit of the new year. Sanguillen possibly looking for a bunt here. Let's see. Yes, we'll go look at a bunt for Millan. He does, and Gene Kleins goes to third. Here is John Milner, 1 for 6 on the year. Royce from the stretch. Here's a pitch to Milner, and that's going to be a walk to Milner, and that's at first and third with 1 out. And now here is Joe Torre, 0 for first 7 with a strikeout. First and third, 1 out. Mets trying to get something going here. Royce working from 3, and that's a strikeout for Jerry Royce, 2 away. And now here is Dave Con Kingman. Huge power, 0 for first 6, a walk and 3 strikeouts. He steps up here in Pittsburgh. Ballpark singles are 1-6, while home runs are 1-9. Kind of cookie-cutter ballpark. Sanguillen puts down the sign. Royce from the stretch. First and third. 2 out, pitch to King, and that's a catch. Jacks behind the plate. Sanguillen, does he make the play? No, it goes away. Runner on third scores. Milner moves up to second. Mets lead 1-0. So Dave Kamen gets a second chance here. Royce working from the stretch. Here's a pitch to Kingman, Struck him out, and Royce gets out the inning. 1 run, 1 hit, 1 left. 1/2 inning of play. Mets 1, Pirates nothing. So now here's Rennie Stennett. He'll lead off against Jerry Koosman. Stennett on the year, 2 for 6 with a run batted in. He puts down the sign. Koosman, the left-hander. Koosman making his first start of the year. Here's the pitch to Rennie Stennett. And that's a fly ball right field. That's at Kingman. That could be an adventure. Kingman puts the glove up and can't get it. Goes all the way to the wall. Kingman has to run it down. Stennett around second. He'll go to third standing. And that is going to be a 3-base error on Kingman. So Richie Hepner now the batter. Hepner on the year, 6 at-bats, 2 hits. Playing back will give up the run back. Here's the pitch to Hepner. And a fly ball left field. Kleins is there. Boy, his arm is not easy. Run in for Stennett, and we're tied at 1. Here's a young center fielder, Al Oliver, 3 for 6 on the season with an RBI. Oliver, left-handed hitter against Koosman. Koosman looks in with the windup to Oliver, and that's a strikeout. Out. So big strikeout. Now here's Pops. Big with 3 with an RBI and 3 walks. So Stargell steps up. Big left-handed hitter wearing number 8. Koosman from the stretch to Stargell. And that's going to be a base hit to center field for Wilbur Stargell. So now here's Richie Zisk, young-looking big left-handed hitter. 1 for 4, 2 RBIs on the season. Koosman from the stretch gets the sign, the pitch to Zisk. And that's going to be ground on a third. Tough play for Torrey. Does he get to it? No. The AstroTurf faded up. That's a base hit. Stargell will move to third. And the Pirates have first and third with 2 men out. So now here's Dave Parker, young-looking Cobra. He is 3 for 6 on the season. 3 runs batted in. Koosman from the stretch, first and third, 2 out, pitch to, and Parker hits a drive at deep right field. Back goes Kingman, way back and gone. Put it on. Parker, a 3-run boom shot. Pirates lead it 4-1. Holy cow. Open up the decks, cannon, ball coming. 3-run homer, Parker. Pirates lead it 4-1. And an early bad inning for Jerry Koosman here as the Mets scored early in the first. Pirates now with 4 in the first. So Grody puts down the sign. Koosman looks in. The pitch to sign. Third Torrey again. Tough play. Gets it. Throws. This time gets him. Pirates with 4 in the first. It's 4-1 Buccos. Top of the second here at Three Rivers Stadium. Pirates 4. Here's the catcher, Jerry Grody, followed by Dell Unser and Bud Harrelson. Royce looks in, gets a sign, and the pitch to Grody. And that's a base hit for Grody. Mets have their second base hit of the ball game. Here's Dell Unser. Royce from the running threat. Here's a pitch to Unser. And that's going to be a struck him out. Big strikeout for Royce. That's his 3rd of the ball game. And now here's Bud Harrelson. Harrelson steps up. This season, he seemed to feast on left-handed pitching. So far, he's 1 for 6 on the current season. Sanguian puts down the sign. Royce from the stretch. Runner on first and 1 out. Pitch to Harrelson. And that's going to be a base hit for Harrelson. Grody will go first to third. First and third Mets with 1 out. Coming back. Barbara's coming in. How you doing, Barbara? How do I sound tonight? Do I sound all right? Audio sound good? First, here's Coos. Coos on the season hit 179. First and third, 1 out. Mets trying to make this a ball game. Sanguian puts down the sign. Royce from the stretch. Here's the pitch to Koosman. And that's a ground ball to Tavares. Tough play for him. And does he get the play? Gets in the first. The runner will score, and there's 2 outs. So Harrelson will move to second. 2 Buccos. In the second, here's Gene Kleins. 1 for 1 with a double so far. Sungin puts down the sign, and Royce from the stretch. Runner on second, 2 out, pitch declines. And that's a ground ball to first. Hit at Stargell. That's a tough play for Willie. He can't get that. Goes through. Runner will score. Mets will get one back. It's now 4-3. Base hit Gene Kleins. Again, it ate up Stargell, and it's a 4-3 ball game going to the Pirates. Jesus. Not sure why. Okay. All right. Might have to look into possibly a better. Oh, you know what? I can probably tell you what the problem probably is. Okay. All right. We'll have to look into it. Well, hopefully it's still good enough where you can hear it. If not, we'll probably close it down, but we'll play it through for now. 4-3 Buccos here in the second. Beyond the Royce from the stretch, the pitch. And that's the second time they've hit that tonight. Kleins will move first to third, and the Mets got something going here. First and third, 2 outs, 4-3 Pittsburgh. John Milner, the batter. So Milner, first and third, 2 outs. Mets trying to make this a ball game. Royce struggling mightily in there. Here we go. I have no noise around me right this second, but I have a feeling that's why I think I may have to switch to my wife's headset maybe for a game later tonight, or if not tomorrow. And then hopefully next week I can change headsets. So Milner will look in unless I can do something really quick. I'll see. Sungin puts down the sign. Royce from the stretch. First and third, 2 out, and the pitch. And that's a ground ball to second. It set it. And then they just tell me, Barbara, we're friends. If there's a problem, I don't want to, I want you to come and enjoy yourself. So if little Frank Tavares, who's also a New York Met, will come in here. He, so far on the season, is 0 first 5. Koosman puts down the sign. Here's the pitch to Frank Tavares. And it's ground ball to short. Hit out Harrelson. Boys, he's awful. Picks it up, throws him out. Good play by Bud. 1 away. Here is Jerry Rolls-Royce. Royce will now bat. Decent hitting pitcher. 197 through 71 at bats. Left-handed hitter. Koosman with the windup and pitch struck him out. Big strikeout for a minute. There's 2 outs. Here's Red Stennett. Stennett is 0 for 1 in the ball game. Grody puts down the sign. Koosman with the windup and pitch to Stennett. And that's a walk to Stennett. He's on 2 outs. And here's Richie Hepner. Hepner, the batter with the runner on first. Grody puts down the sign. Koosman from the stretch. Pitch to Hepner. And that's a base hit to center field. Stennett will hold that second. He doesn't want to get thrown out, goes. And the inning continues. Now here's Al Oliver. He's 0 for 1 in the ball game. Grody puts down the sign. Koosman working in and out of trouble this game. Here's the pitch to Oliver. And that's a strikeout. Big strikeout for Koosman. We head to the third. 4-3 Pirates. The Mets 3-5-1. The Pirates 4-4. Oh, here's Joe Torre. Torre to bat. He's 0 for 1. Sungin puts down the sign, and Royce from the windup. He's on base. The Mets continue to put some traffic on board. Here's Kingman, 0 for 1 in the ball game. Sungin puts the sign down. Royce working from the stretch. Runner on first, nobody out. Pitch to Kingman. Pop to second. Stennett to catch, 1 away. Here's Grody, 1 for 1. Run scored. Sungin puts down the sign. Royce looks in the left-hander working off the stretch. Here's the pitch to Grody. And that's going to be ground ball to short. Hit out Tavares. Tough play, and he boots it. Tavares not in time. First error of the ball game for the Pirates. First and second, 1 out. The Mets have a chance again to get some damage here. As we're going to Unser, who's 0 for 1. So Sungin puts down the sign. Royce again working in and out of traffic now with the Pirate defense. The stretch from Royce and the pitch. And that's a base at the left field. Zisk doesn't have a good arm, but they'll hold Torrey at third, and the Mets have the bases loaded and one out. Here come the Mets. One of the runs scored. Pirates will play the infield back, hopefully to get two. Sanguin puts down the sign. Royce working from the stretch. The pitch to Harrelson. And a catch X. That's Sanguin. Does he make the play? No, it's a fastball and the run scores. The Mets tie the game at 4-4. So now Grody moves to third. Unser moves to second. It's a 4-4 ball game in the third. So Harrelson will remain the hitter. Bunch of miscues tonight. Here's the pitch to Harrelson. And struck him out. 2 outs. Second and third, 2 outs. Brings up Koosman. The Met pitcher swings from the right side. Royce working from the stretch. Second and third, 2 outs and the pitch. And a fly ball to left. There makes the catch. Mets can only get one. They strand 2. We head to the bottom of the third. It's Mets 4, Pirates 4. So now here's Stargell, Zisk, and Parker to bat for the Pirates in the third against Koosman. Grody puts down the sign. Here comes the windup from Jerry Koosman, lefty. And that's a base hit for Stargell. He's 2 for 2. So now here's Zisk. He's 1 for 1 with the run scored. Grody puts down the sign. Koosman again working through traffic again. From the stretch, the pitch to Zisk. And that's a ground ball to second. Hit at Mian. Does he make the play on it? He turns the double play. 4-6-3. Taylor made double play for the Mets. Parker 1 for 1 with a bomb. Hit a 3-run homer back in the first. Grody puts down the sign. Koosman, left-handed to left-hander. Here's the pitch. And that's going to be a shot. Got Parker on the inside corner. Caught him. He caught him looking. We played 3-3 reverse. It's 4-4 heading to the fourth. So Gene Klein, followed by Felix Mian and John Milner to bat here in the visiting fourth. Sanguin sets. Royce looks in. The windup to Gene. Klein hits it in the gap out over Oliver's head. It's a triple for Gene Klein. Mets with a runner on third with nobody out. And now here's Felix Mian. 1 for 1 with a sac bunt. Pirates will bring the infield in on the late hitting Mian. Royce from the stretch and the pitch. That will be a ground ball short the middle. That's past Tavares and Hebner. Mets lead 5-4. The infield was drawn in and he hit one right through. RBI. Mets lead 5-4. So John Milner to batter. 0 for 1 with a walk. Royce working from the stretch and the pitch. And that's going to ground ball to short. Hit at Tavares. Tough play for him. Turns it out at first. So Mian at second with 1 out. Brings up Torrey, 0 for 1 with the run scored. Sanguin puts down the sign. Royce from the stretch. Runner on second, 1 out. Pitch to Torrey. And ground ball to short. Tavares, tough play. 2 outs, so Mian had a hold. So with 2 outs, here's Dave Kingman. On deck is going to be Jerry Grody. Royce from the stretch. Runner on second and 2 outs and the pitch. And that's going to be a deep drive left field. Deep goes this. Back to the track. Back. No, he makes the catch. He backed him up against the wall. He made the catch to retire the side. Mets get 1 in the fourth. Mets lead it 5-4. Heading to the bottom. And will bat followed by Tavares and Royce here in the home fourth. Mets 5-8-1. The Buccos 4-5-1. Grody sets the target. Koosman with the windup and pitch to Sanguin. Ground short. Harrelson's got a nose over the first, and there's 1 out. Here's Frank Tavares 0 for 1. Grody sets. Koosman looks in. The windup to Frank Tavares. And that's a liner base hit for Tavares. Tavares is on the base hit. Good chance to good speed and doesn't. Koosman keeps him close. Runner on first, 1 out. The pitcher Royce up. Lefty matchup. Koosman from the stretch, pitch to Royce, fly ball in the left field. Kleins is there, makes the catch, and Tavares heads back, and there's 2 outs. Here's Stennett 0 for 1 with the run scored. Grody puts down the sign. Koosman working from the stretch. Runner on first, 2 out. Pitch to Stennett, and that's a fly ball to left. Kleins is... So Grody will be followed by Unser and Harrelson here in the visiting 5th from Three Rivers Stadium. So Sanguian puts down the sign. Royce looks in. Wind up, left-handed pitcher, righty. Grody pop the first. Stargell backs up, makes the catch, and there's 1. Here's Dale Unser, 1 for 2 in the ball game. Sanguian puts down the sign. Royce with the wind-up in. Pitch to Unser, and that's a ground ball to Stennett, but the throw to first hits him, and there's 2 outs. So 2 quick outs. Here's Bud Harrelson, 1 for 2 with a run scored. Sanguian puts down the sign. Royce looks in, nods. Here's a pitch to Harrelson, and that's a line drive to short, makes the play. We go to the bottom of the 5th inning. It's 5-4 Mets heading to the bottom of the 5th inning here. Hello, everybody who has come in. Please like as you're here. Please subscribe if questions can be answered. This is the 1975 Strat baseball replay. Richie Hepner to batter. We take a game about 3 days ahead, play, and then we zoom ahead to the. If you ever watch the RJL streams, we kind of try to do that. So here's Hepner. Hepner will follow by Oliver and Stargell. That'll be left. He puts down the sign. Koosman with the windup to pitch to Richie Hepner. Line drive the Meon 1 away. Here's Al Oliver, 0 for 2 in the ball game. Grody sets. Koosman looks in. The windup to Al Oliver. And it's got him on strikes. Willie Stargell, 2 for 2, run scored. Number 8 with the bat high in the air. Grody puts down the sign. Koosman looks in. The wind up to Stargell. And Stargell, we played 5 here at Three Rivers. 5-4 Mets heading to the top of the 6th inning. World's Worst Gamer, how you doing? Top of the 6th, 5-4. And now here is involved by Kleins and Meon. Sanguian puts down the sign. Royce looks in. Here's the windup and pitch to Koosman. And a line drive caught by Tavares. By the way, Mr. Sean, Mr. World's Worst Gamer, I've got it on video, have not watched it yet. I got a YouTube pregame ceremony tonight at Rogers Center. Looked pretty damn good. It was 50 years of the Toronto Blue Jays, and I guess they did some spectacular pregame show there tonight. So I want to go back and watch that. It looks pretty cool what they were doing, showing highlights for their history and everything else. So top of the 6th, 1 out. Klein 3 for 3, a double and a triple. He's hit that same roll twice already. Hit that 2-9, which they say the repeat of the same rolls. Sanguian puts down the sign. Royce here in the top of the 6th inning pitched to Kleins, and he flies to right this time. Mr. Parker makes the catch, and there's 1 out, 2 outs here in the 6th. Here's Felix Meon, 2 for 2 with RBI. Sanguian puts down the sign. Jerry Royce, the left-hander, to Mr. Meon in the single to center field. Meon, Felix Meon with a 3-hit ball game. So 2 outs in the 6th, so 5-4 ball game. Here's Jerry 2 with a walk. Sanguian puts down the sign. Royce, lefty matchup. Here's the pitch to Milner, and ground ball to third. Tough play for Hepner. He's in the hole. Does he know he cannot be off his arm? Again, this Pirate defense, not great around the corners. Mets now have 2 on and 2 out and some unearned runs to play with. And now here's Joe Torre. 0 for 2 with the run scored. Mets trying to add some runs here. 5-2 for the Buccos. Three Rivers Stadium here for this 1975 Strat baseball replay. Sanguin puts the target down. Royce from the stretch. First and second, 2 out. Pitch to Torrey. Walked him. Again, he hit that one too. Bases loaded, 2 outs. And here is Dave Kingman. Bases loaded, 2 outs. Again, Kingman with 36 bombs on the year. He steps to the plate. Bases loaded, 2 outs. Some fingers. Royce from the stretch. Here's a pitch to Kingman. And strike him out. Royce with a changeup. And he got Kingman. We go to the bottom of the 6th inning. Mets leave the bases loaded. 5-4 Mets. So far, the Mets have left 9 on, while the Buccos have left 3. Bottom of the 6th, 5-4 Mets. Zisk, Parker, Sanguin, the bat against been here in the 6th. Grody puts down the pitch to Zisk, and that's a line drive deep to left field. That's trouble. Unser's head cannot get it. Over the head. Zisk in the second with a stand-up double. So a big double for Zisk, leads off to 6. Now here's Parker, 1 for 2. In a monster 3-run homer back in the 1st. Grody puts down a sign. Koosman from the stretch. Runner on second, nobody out. Pitch to Parker. Fly ball to center. Hunter will come in. Does he make the play? Yes, he does. Makes the catch. Zip Manny Sanguin. Good hitter against left-handed pitcher normally. Koosman now got to be careful with Taveras on deck. Taveras has had a good ball game, but to be honest, I think Taveras is getting more lucky on it. So let's see what they'll do. And the Met manager will go ahead and walk Sanguin. So Sanguin will take his base. First and second, 1 out, pitch to Taveras. On deck is Royce. Grody puts down the sign. Koosman from the stretch and the pitch. Koosman goes to Harrelson. That's the only play they're going to get. That's a fielder's choice, and it's first and third, 2 outs. Mets lead 5-4 in the 6th. Does Jerry Royce get one last turn, or do you go to your Pirate best case? It'd probably be Mr. Bill Robinson. Let's see. We're in the 6th. Yeah, bats really does go to Bill Robinson here. Normally a guy who can hit left-handed pitching. Bullpen in going into the 7th inning. Do you pull your pitcher in the 6th? This is 1975, not 2026. Bill Robinson, the Pirates want to win, but they're going to go ahead and make the change. So here we go. Let's go and bring him out there. So Bill Robinson will swing the bat. So Robinson, the pinch hitter for the Buccos. Royce is gone after working 6. Pirates with a ton. He puts down the sign. Koosman from the stretch. Pitch to Robinson. Base hit. Robinson does his job, and we're tied at 5. So a Robinson base hit ensures Jerry Royce to get a no decision. We're tied at 5 in the 6th. So now here's Rennie Stennett, 0 for 2 with the run scored. Koosman looks in. Well, and now here comes the Met manager. We'll come and talk to Koosman here. Koosman hits 4th this inning. We're looking at it and see what we're going to do. Grody puts down the sign. Koosman from the stretch. Stennett does get a couple hits with the clutch here, so he does add. Here's a pitch to Stennett, and pop to second. Mian is there, makes the catch, and the side is retired. We head to the 6th. We're tied at 5. Let's see who the new pitcher for the Buccos will be. They can bring a guy who recently passed away, Mr. Geesty, here, and see if full choice. And let's see, do they have any big? Well, they do have Ramon Hernandez. Let's see for the maybe righty lefty switch, and then the pitcher spot. So you know what? We'll go to Ramon Hernandez, making his first start of the year, first relief appearance of the season. Ramon Hernandez, a lefty. He's got stuff that works the reverse splits. game. 5-9-1 for the Mets, 5-8-2 for the Pirates. What a ball game we have here tonight, folks. Hope you're all here watching, having a good evening. Sanguillen puts down the sign. Hernandez looks in, the pitch to Grody. And ground ball to short. Tavares has got it, throws him out, and there's one away. And now the seventh inning has come. We can now make some options, some changes. Del Unser was the starting center fielder this evening. Who can maybe come in and swing the bat a little bit better. No, not really. They don't. Let's see. Even if they move someone else to center, that's going to cause a problem. And the Mets are just really that bad defensively. And let's see. Unser will swing 531 at bats. He'll bat against Hernandez here. Here with the pitch to Unser, and he struck him out 2 away. Unser really didn't have a good swing. Here's Bud Harrelson now. 1 for 3 at the run scored. Unser, wow. Bud Harrelson only had 73 at bats in the season, almost 75 seasons, so he didn't play a ton. Sanguillen puts down a sign. Hernandez looks in. 2 outs, top of the 7th. Pitch to Bud. Struck him outside. Retired. We go to the bottom of the 7th. Time to get up and stretch. Mets 5. Hebner now to swing versus Oliver and Stargell. Left against Koosman, who will stay in there. He leads off next inning. Perfect spot for Koosman here. He'll pitch to Hebner, 1 for 2 with the RBI. And the pitch, ground ball to second. Mian with the play, throws him out to Milner, and we got 1 out. Here's Al Oliver. He's 3 so far. Grody's the target. Koosman looks in. The wind-up to Al Oliver. He's 2 outs in the 7th. He's 2 for 3 right off the run scored. Lefty matchup. Stargell with excellent, awesome power. Grody puts down the sign. Koosman looks in, and the wind-up. And that's going to be a line drive. Caught on the side. Is retired. We put 7. Mets 5. Pirates 5. So 5-5 tie in the 8th. Nets will go to a pinch hitter here. And let's see, they'll go with John Stearns. So John Stearns will swing for the Mets. Good hitter. Boy, he had an excellent career as a backup to Grody. So Stearns will swing. Sanguillen puts down the sign. Ramon Hernandez stays in the game. And the pitch popped the 3rd. Hebner waves everyone off, makes the catch. And there's 1 out here in the 8th. So with 1 out, here's Kleins, 3 for 4 with a triple. Sanguillen puts down the sign. Hernandez taps the rubber. Here's a windup to Gene Klein. Down ball to 3rd. Tough play for Hebner. He's got it. Goes across the diamond. Good throw by Hebner. Good dig by Stargell. 2 outs in the 8th. And here's Felix Mian. 3 for 3 with the RBI. Sanguillen puts down the sign. Hernandez looks in. A wind up the pitch against Stennett waits, makes the catch, and we head to the bottom of the 8th inning. Mets are going to need a new pitcher. It's 5-5. So now the question is who the Mets have in this case. We're going to go with Baldwin here. Baldwin will come out and be the new Met pitcher. It's Baldwin. 3-5. He's been in 2 innings so far this year. Giving up 3 hits, a walk, giving up a home run, and a risk. Parker, Sanguillen the bat here in the 8th. Grody puts down the sign. Baldwin with the windup to Zisk. And that's a strikeout for Baldwin, 1 away. Here's Parker, 1 for 3 with a big booming home run back in the 1st. Grody puts down the sign. Baldwin looks in. Here's the pitch to Parker. And ground ball to 1st. Milner told Baldwin, don't worry about it. He takes to the bag himself. 2 outs here in the 8th. Here's Manny Sanguin, 0 for 2. Steps in. He was walked intentionally his last time up. Grody puts down the sign. Baldwin with a windup and pitch to Sanguin. And a line drive caught by Torrey, and the inning is over. We head to the ninth. Mets 5 and the Pirates 5. Milner will come in, followed by Torrey and Kingman. Ramon Hernandez has already gone 2 so far, I believe. He has been in 2+ innings. Unless you want to go, let's see, left, right, bunch of righties coming up. Let's see if you want to make an option here. Let's see. Easty is a reverse. Demery is a starter with relief abilities. Bunch of righties. We'll go to Demery here. New Pirate pitcher. So, new Pirate pitcher. He'll bat next inning. So this will be a one and done for Larry Demery. Right-handed to Milner. Sanguin puts it up. So far, Demery on the season. This is his first relief appearance. The pitch to him. Walk him. Milner's on. He is the tying runner. Runner on first. So now let's see what they're going to do here. So runner on first and nobody out. Torrey to swing. Let's see if the Mets maybe go to their bench for someone who can run a little bit. So let's see if they run for Milner here. Remember, you got to be able to come out there. Can run a little bit. 13-10. Stop. No, nothing there. Cranepool, no. So I think Milner will be the best option. Here's Torrey. He's 0 for 2 so far. Sanguin puts down the sign. Demery from the stretch. Here's a pitch to Torrey. And that's a walk to Torrey. And there's 2 on for the Mets. So the Mets a chance to take the lead here in the ninth. And here's Kingman. 0 for 4 in the ball game. So Demery now. Nan puts the sign down. Larry Demery, first and second, nobody out, and ground ball double play. Tavares, Strat, Stargell, 2 for the price of 1. So Milner will move to third. Kingman hits into a very, very easy double play. So Milner now 90 feet from giving the Mets the lead. Here's Grody, 1 for 4, the run scored. Sanguin puts down the sign. Demery looking to get the Pirates out of this. Grody needs a walk him. Grody's on with the walk, and it brings up Unser. So now Unser to swing. 2 outs in the ninth inning. Let's see if the Pirates go back to this bullpen of there. Jim Rooker, mostly a starter, but he's not in the rotation. And, options. It'd be Geesty. He's waiting, and they say he's available. Sanguin puts out first and third, 2 out, pitch to Unser. And line drive at Stargell. Retires a sigh, and the Mets continue to lead base runners like it's Gilligan's Island, a 7-hour tour. We head to the bottom of the ninth. Mets Pirates tied at 5. So now it's Tavares, a pinch hitter for Demery, and Stennett in the bottom of the ninth. The 3-hour tour has turned to 12 base runners left for the Mets. Groveland to stay out there. Here's the pitch to Tavares. Struck him out. Baldwin on the inside corner gets the K. And now, Demery will come out for the Buccos here. A chance to maybe get a big swing. He'll need a left-handed stick here. And see who wants to swing against a righty. And they'll bring in possibly Art Howe, 144. A guy didn't know he used to play for them. Art Howe will come in. He's a youngster here. He's coming in. He is so far in the season. This is his first at-bat on the year. 1 out in the ninth. Grody puts down the sign. Baldwin with the windup and pitch. And that's a strikeout for Baldwin. 2 away in the ninth. And now here's Rennie Stennett, 0 for 3 at the run scored. Grody sets. Baldwin looks in. 2 outs and a 9. Pitch to Stennett. It's going to be a line drive to first, and we have free baseball. So we go to the 10th. It's going to be Geesty. He'll come in and pitch. Will have to be a big job here for the Buccos, and it's his first appearance of the season. Harrelson will bat, followed by a pinch hitter for Baldwin and Kleins. Sungin puts down the sign. Dave Geesty looks in. And here's the pitch to Harrelson. And how about line drive up right at Stennett for 1 away. Here's Baldwin. But the Max will go to the pinch hitter. And yes, it will be Rusty Staub. Staub comes up. Staub on the year. His first at-bat on the season. Sungin puts down the sign. Geesty looks in and the pitch to Staub. Found the plate. Sungin throws the mask, makes the catch, and there's 2 away in the 10th. So now here's Gene Klein. 3 for 5, a double and a triple. Sungin puts down the sign. Geesty looks in. Here's a pitch to Kleins. And pop the short. That's Tavares. Makes the catch, and the Mets new pitcher. So the Mets will need a new pitcher. It's going to be who? Who will be the new Met pitcher this evening? Let's see. And they might as well go to a guy who's not stated in the rotation yet, Mr. Hank Webb, I believe it is. So Webb will be a new pitcher for the Metropolitans. Hank Webb. And he's gone 4 innings so far this season, 5 hits, 2 walks, ERA of 4.5 early, followed by Oliver and Stargell. Left against Webb. Grody puts down the sign. Webb with the wind up and pitch to Hetner. Ground ball back to Webb. Gets it. Throner for out number 1. Here is Oliver. He's 0 for 4. Grody puts down the sign. Webb looks in. The wind up and pitch to Hops. 2 for 4 in the ball game. A run scored. Big left-handed hitter. The pitch to Stargell. And fly ball to Unser there. Makes the catch, and we head to the 11th. The scoreboard is swiped. We go to the 11th. It is 5-5. So Mian, we follow by Milner and Torrey now. Mian 3 for 4 with an RBI. Sungin puts down the sign. Geesty looks in. Righty matchup. Pitch to him, and that's ground ball to third. Heckner's got it. Go away. Here's Milner, 0 for 3 with a cup of sign. Geesty nods, and the pitch to the left-handed hitter. Struck him out. Just first of the season. Now here's Torrey, 0 for 2 with a run scored. Sungin puts the sign down. Geesty nods. Here's the wind up to Torrey. And that's going to be the bottom of the 11th. We remain tied at 5. So here's Zisk, followed by Parker and Sungin against, again, Hank Webb. Grody puts down the sign. Webb looks in. The big windup to Zisk. And that's a walk to Zisk. Parker, 1 for 4. Monster home run back in the first inning. Grody sets. Webb from the stretch. Here's the pitch to Parker. And that's a walk. And the Pirates got 2 on and nobody out. Winning runners on board. And here is Sungin. 0 for 3 with an intentional walk. Grody puts down the side. Webb from the stretch. First and second, nobody out. And ground ball back to Webb. He goes to second. No play to first. And the Pirates with the winning runner at third. First and third, Tavares. On deck is Geesty. You know what? Go ahead and beat me, Geesty. They're going to go ahead and walk Tavares to walk the bases loaded. The question is, do they put somebody else on this bench who can pitch out of relief? The answer would be they got some guys, but not that good, to be honest. So let's see who they go with, because they're going to try to win it now. right-handed pitcher in the ball game with Ed Kirkpatrick. So Kirkpatrick, 236 hitter, 5 home runs. We'll bat for him right here. Mets will have the infield in, 1 man out. Can the Pirates get a swing to win this game? Brody puts down the sign. Webb from the stretch. Here's the pitch. And fly ball right field. Kingman, that's not going to help. Both the infield in. It makes it a -7 on the arm. Jesus, 2 away. Kingman came all the way in. So with 2 outs, here's Rennie Stennett. So Stennett a chance to win it against Webb. The bases loaded, the Buccos, bottom of the 11th. Brody puts down the sign. Webb working from the stretch, pitch to Stennett. And there it is, base hit. It's up the middle, and the ball game is over. The Pirates will raise the Jolly Roger here in Pittsburgh of 6-5. Pirates will go for the season, go 2-0, while the Amazings will go to 0-3. Winning pitcher was Geesey, goes 2 innings. Webb goes an inning and 2/3, gives him a hit, a run earned, 3 walks, which hurt him. And that was the game winner. Pirates win it 6-5. Mets got 1 in the first. Buccos with 4 in the bottom of the first. Mets came roaring back with 2 in the second, 1 in the fourth. Mets to Pirates tied with 1 in the sixth. We remained tied until the bottom of the 11th inning when the Buccos came back and won it on an RBI base hit by Rennie Stennett. So Stennett with the game winner. The Pirates win this game by the score of 6-5. All right, let's go ahead and look at our next possibility game. I know you guys can't see this on your screen in front of you. Letting put everything on auto here so we can go ahead and play it. Braves and Giants. Buzz Capra and Mike Call win this game by a score of 6-2. This is your out-of-town scoreboard for the 1975 baseball replay. Red Sox will now take on the Baltimore Orioles. Rick Wise to get on Mike Cuellar. Win it by a score of 4-1. Let's take a look at our name. Go ahead and throw some more autos on the board. I was doing this for a reason, but not sure now if this was a good idea or not. Go ahead and play the next available one. Indians over the 0. Yankees over the Tigers 3-0. And the Cubs beat the Expos by a score of 1-0. Let's go ahead and you know what? Let's go ahead and do this. Let's just go ahead and stop that. And let me change my back because I think we're going to have to do that in the future. Let's see. Will let me do that? Ooh, will they let me do that in the middle of a season is the question. So let's go back to 75. Let's see if they let me make the change. Yes, they do. Okay, sorry. Schedule back change. Give me a second, guys. And then we'll go back to auto. And let's go do that. So now we're back to beyond auto play. Let's finish the rest of this week action. I'll kind of give you some quick hitting results. In April was the White Sox 4 over the Padres 5-4, Dodgers over the Astros 6-4, Twins over the Royals 8-7, Rangers over the A's 8-7, and the Cardinals over the Phillies 4-3. That is one day. At least advance 2 more. And then we'll have a Monday night baseball game for April the 14th. That sounds probably really fun to do. So Atlanta 6 Angels over the White Sox 5-0. Brewers 5, Indians 4. Tigers over the Yankees 6-5. Twins over the Royals 3. Expos defeat the Cubs 6-3. Texas over the A's 6-3. Phillies over the Cardinals 3-2. Reds over the Padres 11-1. The Astros over the Dodgers 6-1. Let's take a look at 1 days of action. We'll do that for Sunday, April 13th, 1975. And it was a doubleheader on Sunday. Red Sox over the Orioles 2-0. It was the White Sox splitting a series with the Angels. White Sox winning 8-3, Angels winning 9-6. It was the Padres over the Reds 4-1. Indians over the Brewers 7-4. The Yankees and Tigers in a doubleheader, and the Yankees win both 5-1 and 3-0. Dodgers 3, Astros 0. Royals 2, Minnesota 1. Montreal 2. It was the Cubs 4, Montreal 2. It was the Mets 2, Pirates 1. Happy recap for the Mets. And St. Louis beat the Phillies 7-4. Well, let's take a look and see what night games are set up for this Monday night schedule. And we'll leave possible night games. We have the Cubs and Pirates. We've seen them. Reds and Dodgers, we just saw them, so not a lot of excitement. Mets and Phillies, we just saw that one, and we've already seen the A's already take on the Royals. So not a lot of options. Let's look at the schedule on Tuesday. There might be a better, you know what? That's a good looking, that's a better matchup. Let's get Nolan out here. Games as of Monday and scoot to the 15th. Padres 9-2. Cubs over the Pirates 2-1. Reds over Dodgers over the Reds 4-3. Phillies over the Mets 9-5. And the Royals beat the A's 5-4. Well, folks, let's go. There was a couple options that jumped at me immediately. James, Rodney, Richard, and Phil Necro. Astros and Braves. That looked like a great one, but I want to see Nolan. Let's go to the Twins. It'll be the Angels and the Twinkies. It'll be Nolan Ryan on the mound for the Angels, Dave Goltz on the mound for the Minnesota Twins. And I just might hold off the Astros and Braves for a doubleheader day. And since tomorrow is Saturday, we may get 2 for the price of 1 at some point tomorrow. So stay tuned for that. I thank everyone for coming in tonight. Please like, please subscribe if you haven't. I appreciate all for doing that. Of course, this is a Sports Time Machine, 1975, baseball 1975. I appreciate you all coming in, and we'll see you again real soon.